Let's go ahead and get started right now with Netflix. And what I like to do is just take a look at the bigger picture. This is a name that trades, at $1,200. So big moves like a 10% move is $120. So I don't want to be really paying attention to small time frames. What I do notice is that after the pullback, price did come back to the 9 EMA and is starting to hold here. And that's a good sign. And if we look at a smaller time frame, we keep coming back into this area, right? And it's showing that buyers are stepping up in this area. So that leads me to believe that we do have some support here. Now over here, we have structure. This is what we call an inside and up formation. I also had a buy signal here. So this is easy for me to identify that there's support there before price actually comes back there. Notice price comes up to its highs, it creates an inside and down formation. Price comes back to this inside and up formation, buyers show up, and then it comes back to here a few times before the earnings, which tells me that potentially investors are interested in being in this name regardless if earnings are coming up. But that does open the door to the idea that price will move from the inside and up formation to the inside and down formation, which we're pretty close to. So my first thoughts on an idea going into earnings is that I would want to buy a debit spread that is weeks out versus just this week. So it would be structured in a way that my call debits are several weeks out and my put debits would be more of an insurance in case I'm wrong here and Netflix goes to the downside. I want to pay for a put debit that expires this week. So again, guys, short term, looking for potential prices to move down, and long term, we would basically get paid here if it works. And then when prices decide to go back up over the next several weeks, then we can make money here. Now, what I like to do if prices are inexpensive, and again, that's perspective for people, is that if we get the pullback, I buy back the short side of the debit spread here and just ride the calls to the upside. To the upside, let's go ahead and tackle that because the idea here is if they have a strong earnings, I think they'll break through this gray. So I use what's called Fibonacci extensions. I'm going to come in here and I'm actually going to take this area of support, if you will, and I'm just going to find an area which is about right here. I'm going to come up to the high. I'm going to double click, and in this case, I'm going to use the 23.6 and I'm going to use the 50. And what I'm saying here is if we break out of this area here, that we will move up into 1380 by 1430. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a zone here. And this is the possibility several weeks out.